Hello, hello, hello. I am your manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Today, you are in for a treat because we are doing a live coaching call today. So, if you are looking for a manifestation coach, one to hold you accountable, one to hold your hand as you go through the process of creating the perfect life for yourself, and one to be your accountability partner, go ahead and check the links in the description area below, as well in the bio area above, for details on setting up a consultation. Now, the consultation is to see if we are a good fit for each other, to see if I can serve you, and to see if you are a good fit for me. Our consultations are, I believe right now, $39.99, $29.99 for a consultation. So go ahead and get it while the price is low. And we'll have a 30-minute convo, us getting to know each other so that we can see if we would like to establish services. All right. Check out the website as well. Links will also be above and below for that. Your positive comments in the comment section only. And as you come into the room, leave me a comment in the comment section below and let me know where you're tuning in from and how you found out about the manifestation coach, Keyonna Divine. I would love to know that information. Okay, and I keep looking back and forth because I am broadcasting on many different sites right now, so I just want to make that known. All right, all right, all right, all right. So I really do enjoy being a manifestation coach because for so very long I thought the only way that you can manifest what it is that you want is by working for it. I was strictly a action oriented person. If there's something that I wanted, I kept it in mind. I worked for it. I crossed it off. I checked it off. Well, doing that when you're young, that's cool. But as you get older, you get tired. This message is you forgot about feeling good. Sis, you forgot about feeling good. You forgot about feeling good, bruh. You forgot that the whole point of all of this is to feel good. And I'm not blaming you because I know that your past has placed something before you and it showed you different. Like innately we all want to vibrate high, right? Innately we all want to feel good, but it's so many different distractions that we have, other people affecting our lives and making us forget that we're supposed to be happy, that our cork is supposed to float. Things are supposed to come with ease. We're not supposed to have to struggle. We're not supposed to be fearful. We're not supposed to stay in these vibrational frequencies. Now, if we step into them, that's our awareness telling us, don't do that. Don't go there. That is our awareness, but it is a totally different level when you stay in that frequency and you live in that frequency and you wake up and you breathe that frequency. That is not what we are intended here to do. And you know that. Because what do we all have in common? Our commonality is we want the right to pursue happiness. We are on the journey of pursuing happiness. Would you agree? All the things that we do, all the things that we buy, all the situations we put ourselves in, all the people that we surround ourselves around, we only, say it with me, say only. Let the church say amen. Only. We only do these things because we think it would make us feel better. All the materialistic things that you're working hard for, all the houses, all the cars, all the minks, all the everything. We do everything because we all just want to be happy. Each and every one of us. Now, this is not determined by your income level. This is not determined by your sex. This is not determined by your skin color. This is just a natural human right. We all just want to be happy. We all want to pursue happiness. So tell me why. How did you forget about feeling good? How did you forget about feeling good? The pressures of the world has pushed your urge for feeling good back. Is it that you are too consumed with social media, comparing yourselves to other people? Is it that you're so absorbed with the knowledge that's here for us to absorb? What's stopping you from feeling good? Because you forgot the whole point of this thing is for you to feel good. You forgot about that. And I'm here to remind you that the whole idea of this thing called life is to feel good and float from one thing to the next and experience it and evolve and feel good and float from the next thing to the next thing and leave that previous thing feeling good. Leave that previous relationship feeling good. Know that it's just time for you to move on to the next thing. Leave that next job feeling good. You've just expanded and evolved yourself, and it's just time for you to move on to the next thing. It's not a big deal. Don't be attached to anything that's not attached to you. My coach would say, watch yourself and don't be attached to anything that's not attached to you. Because if it's not attached to you, it could stab you in the back. It could deceive you. It could lie on you. It could cheat on you. It could flip around and do something opposite. So don't dwell on anything that's not attached to you. We are here to expand and evolve. To expand means to grow bigger. Evolve means to turn a new leaf and become better than you were before. So if we're here to do that, we have to bless the situations that we experienced before so that the situations that we're approaching can also be blessed. Okay? So these situations that we are experiencing, it is to our benefit to leave them on a positive note. There should be no hate, no hurt, no bitterness, none of that. It's time for me to check out. Namaste. Thank you very much. It's time for me to check out from that business partnership because it's not going in the idealistic way for me. And I live a very happy and peaceful and joyful and abundant and prosperous life. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to handle the legalities of this thing. And it's time for me to get it moving. Okay? No shade. It's time for me to get it moving from that relationship, that marriage that isn't working out too well for me, that's not in my best interest, that's not benefiting me. We don't have any sour taste in our mouths about anything. Thank you for everything that you did and the things that you didn't do because you helped me to evolve and expand. And now it's time for me to move on. Don't worry about it, boo. Don't worry about it. We're good. It's time for me to leave that old job. I know that time has been ticking and it's been time for me to check out and do something else. No. Thank you for serving me. Old job that only paid me minimum wage. Old job that didn't take care of me when I needed you to take care of me. Old job that didn't provide me overtime hours when I needed the overtime hours. Thank you. No. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. I'm grateful at this point right now in my life. I bless this situation, and it's time for me to be a big girl and pull up my big girl panties, and it's time for me to keep it moving because I am an evolving and expanding human being. It's time for me to do better. I outgrew all of that. What you talking about? And I don't have any bitterness in my heart about it. It's just time for me to keep it trucking. What else does life have for me? I am here to pursue happiness. And I think we forgot about feeling good. The future must become the present. We have to see ourselves where we want to be. Okay? So the reason why that job didn't work out for me, that business partnership didn't work out for me, that relationship that I was in didn't work out for me, the house that I was living in didn't work out for me, the car that I was driving didn't work out for me, because I had big visions. Okay? So my vision was to have this type of man. And he wasn't it. My vision was to drive this type of car. And that putt wasn't it. My vision was to live on this block, live in this type of house, have this type of partnership, okay, run this type of business, and do it this way. And those things were just a milestone in my journey. See, the joy is in the journey. So the future must become the present. So I want you to seriously think about your happiness, about you feeling good, and think about what it is that you truly want in your life. Not what you want in the next year. That's child's play. Not what you want in the next 3 years or 5 years or 10-year goals. Child, we're past that. What do you want the end game to look like? It is going to take you on a journey to familiarize yourself with the future version. No one can deny you of anything. Only you deny it through your vibrational contradictions. Check that out. We got it right. It sounds good. No one can deny you of anything. Only you can deny it through your vibrational contradictions. Let's break that down. Nobody can stop you from having anything that you want because you are that you say you are. Once you think of it, ask and it is given. Once you graduate to the evolved idea of having that in which you desire, you already have it. Now, let's go on the journey to actually manifest it in your physical reality. So no one can deny you of anything, of nothing. No one can deny you of anything. Only you can deny you through your vibrational contradiction. So we talked about earlier that you naturally want to vibrate high. We are all in the pursuit. We're all on the journey to pursue happiness. So a vibrational contradiction would mean anything that pisses you off, anything that makes you mad, anything you consider as shade, anything that is sideways, anything that ain't right will cause a vibrational contradiction, because your vibrational frequency always wants to vibrate on an elevated frequency, honey, on an elevated basis. You always want to fly high. You always want to feel good. Remember, this whole talk is about you forgot about feeling good. You forgot about the importance of you feeling good. No one can deny you of anything. Only you deny it through your vibrational contradiction. So you stop yourself from obtaining, living the life that you want to live because your vibrational frequency is always messed up. You always have a stink attitude. You're always looking at things from a pessimistic point of view. You are not seeing the positivity out of life. You're always complaining. You're always gossiping. You're always participating in those low vibrational things. Can't nobody stop you from having what it is that you want. Only you can stop you from having the things that you want by avoiding feeling good. All right? So the future must become the present. Once we figure out what it is the end game look like for us, we have to hold ourselves there and feel good, continue to feel good so that we can get there. Okay? And the reality of it is, if we're feeling good on the journey there, we don't really care about how long it takes for us to get there. Right? I just think about my journey as being a businesswoman. Since the first time that I have been able to conceive or create an idea for a business in my head, it has been like so delicious to travel this journey. No matter how many times I get knocked down, no matter how many times I have to begin again, no matter how many times I had to start over, no matter how many times I have to keep that wheel going, it has been a journey and it has been absolutely delicious. See, when things stop feeling good, that's when it's time for us to exit. When things stop exciting us, that's when it's time for us to put it down for a little while. When things stop making us smile, it's time to reevaluate the situation, because everything is supposed to feel good. This whole journey is about feeling good. Check this out. Seeing that picture at the end is the goal. So if you position yourself to see that goal, to be that goal, then you can get to that goal. Having something to fixate yourself on is the easiest way to get to where you want to get to. Putting the address in the GPS and allowing it to guide you there is the easiest way to get to where you want to get to. Okay? So by us seeing the vision, I have a book that I wrote. It's called Know the Vision and Create the Plan. See, you got to know the vision first. You have to know the vision. You have to see the vision. You got to see what the end game is. And then once you see what the end game is, you're able to strategically create steps in order to get to that. Okay? So thinking from the end is an intense perception of the world's fulfilled desire, which means seeing that picture and then creating the steps in order to get to it. So you start with the end first. I know that we've been taught, to do things all different kinds of ways, okay? But the reality of it is that if you start with the end, you can fill in the steps as you go, or you can you can create a plan, a master plan that will allow you to, be very strategic about that. Because the commonality that we all have is that we all just want to be happy. What makes us happy? Having a vision. What makes us happy? Knowing where we're going makes us happy, because in the Bible, they walked around the promised land for 40 years. They walked around the promised land for 40 years because they just couldn't get that thing right. They just didn't have a vision, and they didn't execute the vision with a plan. How many of us are facing that same thing in our lives? We don't have a vision, therefore we don't have anything to look forward to, so we're always grumpy. We're always a hot tail mess. We're always just wallowing in our sorrow. How many of us are experiencing that in our lives? Well, there's something we can do about it. And what we can do about it is remember that happiness is the strategy. Feeling good is the strategy, because you forgot about feeling good. So as I was writing out the notes for this coaching call today, it started off very simple. And it started off with the idea, the premise that I teach from. And the premise that I teach from is man is maker of his own reality. How? Through his daily thoughts, his daily decisions, his daily actions, his daily rituals, his daily perceptions, and his daily ideas. We added another one in there. His daily ideas. So with putting that all together, how do we create the perfect paradigm shift? We shift all 6 of those areas. We shift the thoughts that you have. We shift decisions that you make. Decisions that you make, meaning conclusions that you come to. We shift the actions that you take. Okay? We shift the rituals that you have going on in your life that are not benefiting you. We shift the perspective that you have, the way you think about things, those old raggedy negative beliefs. We shift those. And the ideas that you come up with, we shift those, because if they're not forward moving ideas, then what's the point of having them, period? Okay? And so this coaching call is to shift the way that you feel and to remind you to prioritize feeling good. So I wrote out 23 things that are very common for us to experience. It says, I want to feel good under all conditions. Type that in the chat for me. I want to feel good under all conditions. I want to feel good under all conditions. I know this is going to be a challenge. I know, because I want to feel good under all conditions. Because too many times have I let myself down, not show myself enough love, because I forgot that feeling good is the strategy. Like, I want to be able to master myself to be able to feel good under all conditions. Look, even when my spouse comes up short, even when my husband comes up short, I want to feel good about the situation, because I deserve to feel good. Why should I have to take on the burdens that you are suffering, the burdens that you have placed upon me, and say, here, deal with it? Why? I want to feel good. I want to know that there is nothing too serious going on here. There's nothing too serious going on here. Whatever problem that exists, there's a formula to fix the problems. By the way, that's offered in the Paradigm Shift Masterclass as well. A solution for you to fix all of your problems. Okay? If it's a problem that need to be fixed, we just going to schedule the time, sit down, fix it, cross it off the list, and keep it moving, because there's nothing going on too serious here. Because now I'm remembering that feeling good is the strategy. Feeling good is the strategy. And where we fall short is when we let other people knock us off. But where we fall short is because we don't have a vision. Second place we fall short is because we don't have a plan to execute that vision. Third place we fall short is we let people piss us off. We allow others to take our power and piss us off. We allow others to allow us to get out of pocket. We allow others to dictate our future because we give them the power that they do not even deserve. So I now remember that I want to feel good under all conditions. Check this out. Even when I make decisions that aren't the best for me, I want to feel good even when I make decisions that aren't the best for me. I want to feel good about that, because at the end of the day, we all do what we think is best at the time. Now, there is a decision-making process that we're going to be talking about in the next couple of months. We're going to talk about how to really make decisions, how to think about the decisions on the different dimensions so that we can figure out, we can save ourselves from wasting a lot of time walking around the promised land for 40 years. But generally, we do what we feel is best at the time. See, this coaching call right here is not only to remind you that feeling good is the strategy, and you forgot about that, sis. You forgot about that, bruh. But it's also to tell you and remind you to have some self-compassion. Now, I'm not saying excuse yourself for all the bull crap that you cause. I'm not saying that. I'm saying love yourself a little more. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying give yourself a break this time with the intention of not walking this road again. What I'm saying is have your own back. Okay? What I'm saying is trust yourself a little more. What I'm really saying is love yourself a little more. Even if you have to give yourself the compassion after you curse yourself out. But at some point, you need to have some self-compassion. One of the requirements for self-compassion is understanding that painful obstacles are a part of the human experience. One of the requirements of you being compassionate with yourself is understanding that obstacles are a part of the human being experience. Come on now. You can't grow through something unless you go through something. Contrast is a part of the creation process. See, you have to not like something. You have to go through something. You have to experience some type of negativity, negative energy. It doesn't have to be major. It could be, easy. Like, I wasn't comfortable with that, or I didn't like that, or whatever. You got to experience some discomfort. You got to experience some negative energy in order to expand and evolve. Because you're only expanding and evolving because the last situation that you were in, it wasn't giving. It wasn't giving what you needed to give. It wasn't challenging you, or it might have been challenging you too much. One or the other. Contrast is a part of this experience. One of the requirements for self-compassion is to understand that Painful obstacles are a part of the human being experience. But the thing to keep in mind is that we want to feel good. Because remember, Esther Hicks says that no one can deny you from anything. Only you deny yourself through your vibrational contradictions. So the more we feel good, the closer we can obtain the things that we want. And what we really want is to be happy, however that comes to us. So I realized, and I had a talk and a conversation with myself, and I realized, I said, Keyonna, wouldn't it be nice? Can you claim this for yourself? Can you adopt this as your new belief? What is it? I want to feel good under all conditions. Even when I forget to love myself. I want to feel good under all conditions, even when I forget to love myself. I want to feel good under all conditions, even when I forget to love myself. You know why? Because if I feel good, oh, she's going to remember to love herself. If I'm feeling good, I'm loving myself. But sometimes we feel like we don't love ourselves, ladies, right? We feel like, oh, my nails are looking raggedy. Girl, don't you love yourself? My eyebrows need to be arched, girl. It's all physical with us. Don't you love yourself? Or my car needs to be vacuumed out. Girl, you need to love yourself a little more. My house needs to be clean. Let me call it cleaners. Girl, you need to love yourself a little more. It's been a while since I got a massage and pampered myself. Girl, you need to love yourself a little more. But there's more. It goes deeper. I remembered that feeling good was a strategy. And I said to myself that I want to feel good under all conditions. Under all conditions. And this is even when I don't stick with the plan. Even when I deviate from the plan, I want to feel good about myself. I want to feel good about myself. Even when I deviate from the plan just a little bit. You know why? Because if I deviate from the plan just a little bit, I have the confidence to know that I'm going to get right back up on that plan and step like I have never stopped stepping, because I'm loving myself right now, because I want to feel good. Like, the only way that I can feel good is if I have the vision in mind. You know, if I have a checklist of things that I need to conquer, that makes me feel good. It makes me feel accomplished. If I have a planner and things that I have to do that day and I fulfill those tasks, that makes me feel good. So if I deviate from the plan a little bit, I still want to feel good about making the executive decision to deviate from the plan a little bit. Look, what I realize is that I want to feel good under all conditions, okay? So this is even when I allow my feelings to get hurt. Let's say that again. Even when I allow my feelings to get hurt, I want to be that creator. I want to be that intentional creator. I want to be that deliberate creator. And I want to say, okay, you allowed your feelings to get hurt. It's time for you to go ahead and clean it up. Pull up your big girl panties and keep it going. You experience that human emotion, because we all know that self-compassion requires, okay, all right? Self-compassion requires the understanding of knowing that painful obstacles are a part of the human experience. Okay, all right. I want to even feel good when I give up my last dime to pay a bill. I want to feel good about that situation. I want to feel good, because if I don't, that means that I am agreeing to the state of lack. I'm agreeing to lack being a part of my life. So I'd rather feel good that I'm using my last little bit of change to pay this bill, because I know that I am very abundant and my prosperity overflows, honey. I want to feel good about that. I want to feel good under all conditions. Why? Because happiness, feeling good, is a strategy. Esther Hicks says, no one can deny me of anything. Only I can deny myself through my vibrational mishaps. Only I can deny myself. through my vibrational mishaps. That means that I need to figure out what those mishaps are and how I can avoid them so I won't continue to fall in the trap. So I want to feel good. I want to feel good under all conditions, even when I feel stuck. I want to know, like, feeling stuck and not having clarity and things just not flowing, I still want to feel good. Like, the whole part of me wants to feel good because I know that I want to keep my vibrational contradictions in line. I want to feel good. I want to feel good under all conditions, even when I forget to love. Have you ever been in a situation around some people that you actually love and you sit back and you think about the experiences that you've had, how you guys have grown together, and you think about the good times you had, and you also think about the bad times you had, and you think about some of the things that you said to this person, and you think about, when is the last time I told this person I love them? So I want to feel good under all conditions. Even when I forget to love, I still want to feel good. I still want to feel good. I want to feel good under all conditions, okay? Even when I hurt others, I want to be able to feel good. Because this whole thing about feeling good, if you feel good, then you're always going to be able to fix any mishap that you have. You're not going to stay in the dark for too long. You're not going to stay continuing to hurt that person and making the same mistakes. You're going to continue to grow. If you continue to feel good, you're going to grow through what you go through. And you are just accepting that feeling good is the strategy for me to get where I need to get to, for me to hold that vision in my head, for me to conquer that vision that I have before me. I need to feel good. In the meanwhile, I'm going to remember that I forgot to love you the way that you want to be loved, or that you deserve to be loved. I'm going to remember that I hurt you. Okay? I'm going to remember that I didn't treat you the way that you deserve to be treated. Okay? So I want to feel good even when I set myself up for failure. Even when I set myself up for struggle, I still want to have that understanding that there's nothing too serious going on here, and that I need to feel good. And I'm going to flip the bird to the struggle, because that's a choice. I want to feel good even when I blame myself. I want to have that self-love to say, Keyonna, honey, no. All right, you blamed yourself enough. You took credit for that situation enough. It's time to love on yourself a little bit more, little girl. It's time to love on yourself right now. It's time for you to feel good. See, what I'm thinking is, what I'm resulting is that this feeling good energy is like something that you have to have within. Once you know who you are, and once you know what your power is, and once you've tapped into something that's greater than the physical version of you. Like we talked about before. We talked about the 3 dimensions of a human being. Okay? The 3 core dimensions of a human being is our subconscious, our conscious, and our physical, right? So within ourselves, we have to know the power that we possess. And once we are able to fully tap into that power that we possess, and we do that incrementally by learning and by remembering that, girl, you forgot about feeling good, okay? We do that incrementally as we go through life. But you have to have like some core values. You have to have something inside that nobody else can touch, that nobody else can take away from you. And if you have that natural instinct of feeling good, you can result back to feeling good. You can result back to feeling good. See, I want to feel good under all conditions. Even when people turn their backs on me, I want to be able to feel good. I want to feel good when people turn their backs on me. I want to feel good when I don't allow myself to have what I deserve. I want to feel good about myself, even when when I deny myself of having what I want. I want to feel good about myself Even when I have unnecessary anger, I still want to love myself. I still want to know that I'm worthy. I want to feel good about myself even when I don't complete things. Now, I don't want you to get this twisted with making excuses for yourself and, not being an evolved human being. It's not about that. It's about having this energy within yourself. I am that I am, and I am grateful for her. And so, because I am what I am, and I am grateful for her, and I have self-compassion, right? And I love myself, then I'm going to acknowledge my bullcrap. I'm going to point out, chick, you too angry. I'm going to point out, chick, you hurting yourself. Chick, you're not loving yourself enough today. Hey, I want to feel good under all conditions. Even when I don't complete things, even when I mess up things, even when I don't fully apply myself, I still want to have that core feeling in my heart. That feeling good is the strategy. Feeling good is the strategy. I want to feel good under all conditions. I want to love myself under all conditions. I want to love myself even when I don't necessarily like myself. Let me say that again. I want to love myself. I want to feel good about myself even when I don't like myself. See, when we don't like ourselves, that means it's something that we need to change up. Switch it up. We got to do something different. We got to pivot. We have to create a new paradigm in our lives. We are going to have to switch up how we're doing it because how we're doing it isn't working. But that has nothing to do with not knowing that we don't love ourselves. I want to feel good. I want to feel good when I make parental mistakes. How many of us want to talk about that? You're not a perfect parent. I'm not a perfect parent. I don't think perfect parents exist. But while I'm on this journey, I'm going to do the daggone best that I can. But I want to feel good even when I acknowledge that I make the mistakes as a parent. I want to feel good even when I make the mistakes as a wife. I want to feel good about myself even when I make the mistakes as a businesswoman. Because I'm going to do it. I'm going to mess up. I'm going to get messy. I'm here to make mistakes. I'm going to have to do it over. I'm going to have to begin again. It's just that simple. It's a part of my journey. That's what I signed up for. I am who I am, and I am grateful for her. But what I want to remember is, I want to remember that feeling good is a strategy. Because I'm not going to get it right sometimes. And it's just that plain and simple. See, I want to feel good even when I forget to smile. I want to love myself even when I forget to smile. Because feeling good and loving myself is going to remind me, girl, put a smile on your face. Show some gratitude. Get it together. Okay? I want to feel good even when I realize that I took the long way around. I want to feel good about that. I want to feel good under all conditions, even when I don't dream bigger. Yeah, we're supposed to be elevated, expanded human beings here on this earth doing big things, but somehow we limit the things that we want and desire to little itty bitty witty things, and we don't dream big. We don't seek big. We don't aspire for bigness. We don't 10x everything. We just will accept it kind of like the way that it is, kind of like maybe a little better than our parents, so we can say we evolved, yay. But what happens to doing it big? See, I want to feel good under all conditions, even when I procrastinate. I want to feel good about me. See, it's not about feeling good about the particular situation or, what I lacked and all of that. It's about feeling good about me because, as I said, there's nothing too serious going on here. There's nothing too serious going on here. Sis, you forgot about feeling good. Bruh, you forgot about feeling good. You forgot that feeling good is the strategy. Let me quote Esther Hicks again. Esther Hicks says, No one can deny you anything. Only you deny it through your vibrational contradictions. No one can deny you of anything. Only you deny it through your vibrational contradictions. No one can deny you of anything. Only you deny it through your vibrational contradictions. Only you deny yourself from everything that you want because of your mood, because of where you choose to vibrate on the emotional scale. It's time for you to remember the importance of feeling good. It's time for you to have that vision, create that plan, place yourself at that end goal, and live as if you already have what it is that you desire. Live as if you're already living that dream life. Walk as if you're already walking in that dream life. Place yourself where you see yourself. I am your manifestation, Keyonna Divine. Wanted to come through and have a little conversation about you, about remembering, about feeling good. Because you forgot to feel good. If you are looking for a manifestation coach, looking for someone to hold your hand while you walk through and create the perfect life for you, if you are looking for an accountability partner, someone to offer you strategies and be your cheerleader as you create this perfect life that you're on a journey to create, go ahead and click my link. I have them in the bio as well as in the description. Remember, don't forget about feeling good, because feeling good is the strategy. This is a great coaching call. I'll see you guys tomorrow at noon. Remember, we are doing the midday March meditations that will continue tomorrow, and I'll see you then. Thank you guys for tuning in.